Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 16th to the 30th, 2021 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before I begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Pisces, April 16th to the 30th, 2021, Pisces. April 16th to the 30th, 2021, Pisces. April 16th to the 30th, 2021, Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh my goodness. Okay, give me one moment because everything just fell down, just flew right out. So these are the cards we're going to be using. Let me just get them. Fantastic. Okay. So we're going to be starting from here. We'll see how far we go. Perfect. All right. Now let's see the chakra energy for this time. Now this is going to be the chakra where we're just a bit sensitive, where things kind of hit us more intensely than they do other places, okay? So let's see this here, Pisces. April 16th to the 30th, 2021, Pisces. April 16th to the 30th, 2021, Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. All right, these two. Wonderful. And then finally, where we're going to be, the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. What is the energy that Pisces needs to be mindful of? April 16th to the 30th, 2021, Pisces. What is the energy that Pisces needs to be mindful of? April 16th to the 30th, 2021, Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Fantastic. Okay. Now, the left-hand side is our inner self. The middle is our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So we're starting off with the Nine of Wands. Then we have the High Priestess. That makes sense. A lot of people are kind of coming at us with ways to see things, ways to do things. But the High Priestess is like, no, trust your inner self, trust your inner vision, turn inward, don't listen to everybody else. The Magician, oh my gosh, this is the spiritual powerhouse right here. And that is such a beautiful combination. The High Priestess, the Magician coming in, it's like we're seeing things on Okay, so we're seeing things internally, and we're also seeing things externally. We're being able to stand before the altar of our creation, the power of what we want, and call that forward. And we're able to turn inward and say, what is it that I desire? Where is it that I want to be? What is it that I need to see? What is it that I'm looking for? And that becomes like a powerful, this becomes like, it just becomes a powerhouse for us. It becomes this sense of, I can see so much more clearly than I had before. And it leads us to the sun. It leads us to blessings and prosperity and success. And that is beautiful. We then have the Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the Ace of Cups. So we have a gift just for us coming in. Of course, we are taking it because we have the Magician. We have the Strength card, which is Leo energy, time frame April 23rd to August 22nd. And then we have the Six of Cups. So it can feel rather nostalgic, or things from the past can be really bothering us within our present. We have the Three of Wands. So we're definitely moving forward. We have the Ten of Cups, which moves us towards a happily ever after. We have the Two of Pentacles, which is a sense of things needing to be balanced. We need to balance ourselves first. And then the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Very strong Leo presence here with the King of Wands, not being afraid to kind of roll up our sleeves, get our hands dirty, go after what it is that we truly desire. Now, the chakra energy for this time is nurturing an inner child. So, and we even have the little lion cub right there. So nurturing our inner child is going to be very important. This is the Earth Star chakra with nurturing, and the inner child is, and the green, of course, is the heart chakra. So there's a real sense here of needing to nurture that part of us that we can want to forget. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I think about my childhood, and it was a pretty good childhood, but there were some things along the way that were very, very, very trying and very hard. And I used to always look back at the person that I was before I started really working on it. And I just wanted to hide away. I just wanted to not think of the child that I was. And here it's nurturing that inner child. It's sitting there and really visualizing yourself with your arms open, letting the child that you were run into your arms. And especially the age where you felt the most awkward, you felt the most, it could even be being a teenager, like where you thought you were the most invisible or the most worthless, or when things really started to fall apart. And that's where, when you say to yourself, your inner child, I love you, I care for you, I will always care for you. It becomes your roots. You know, our Earth Star chakra, located 6 inches below the ground, is how we root ourselves, how we grow ourselves. And it's through our inner child. So many times we hear children are resilient. Yeah, they are. But also all the issues, or almost all the issues we have as adults, comes from our childhood. So yeah, kids are resilient. We keep on going, right? But we also have scars that come with us. And so here, as we embrace the nurturing of our inner child, we embrace the roots of who we are, which starts in our childhood. That becomes a very powerful stance to take, a very powerful place to be. It moves us to the energy we need to be mindful of, which is the Prince of Pentacles. This is somebody who wants things done their way, and they're not afraid to fight for it. This is somebody who has an idea, has a way of seeing things, and it doesn't matter if your idea doesn't work. It doesn't matter if your plan doesn't, align with theirs. You just have to change it. And this is going to be a time where you really don't want to, Pisces, and nor should you, because there is this really great sense. Okay, well, not nor should you. There are times where we have to bend and move and be flexible and understanding. But this is a time where we're looking at things, because we have the Nine of Wands here, and we're tired of everybody else telling us what to do. We're tired of everybody else's ideas, everybody else's words, everybody else's way of doing things. It's like, okay, that's great, but what about me? Like, what about my way forward? What about my passion? What about my desire? What about, what I want, instead of what everybody is hitting me with? And this isn't egotistical or narcissistic or anything like that. This is really being honest with ourselves and saying, it's great that, XYZ wants to live like this. It's great that, society says we should be like this. But this isn't right for me. This isn't right for what I desire. This isn't right for the way I want to move forward. And so I have to realize that I don't have to listen to everybody. I can literally do what I want to do. Not in a mean way, not in a, self-centered way, but in an empowering way, in a way that lets me know that I've stood through this battle, these hardships, these pains, these disappointments. and I have something really powerful to offer. And this is where this stunning connection comes in, the High Priestess and the Magician. Now, they complement each other so well. If this was a time, just a beautiful spiritual understanding through turning inward, you would have the High Priestess and the Hermit, okay? If this was a time of beautiful spiritual understanding externally, you would have the Magician and even the Empress. But here, it's about the balance of the both. So first, we have everybody telling us what to do. So we turn inward. We turn inward and we start to find ourselves. We start to see the lies that the world tells us, the lies that people have. We start to see the lies that we tell ourselves, which is always an uncomfortable thing to see, but always necessary. There's a sense of learning what we want, learning a deeper sense of our desire, and that comes from the High Priestess. The High Priestess doesn't play around. The High Priestess very much says, this is what is, and this is what I live by. The Magician is the magic. The Magician, both of them are the magic, but this one is more quiet, more introspective, more awaiting the mysteries to come and seeking the mysteries within. The Magician then stands before the altar of existence and says, this is what I want. This is who I am. These are my gifts. This is where I stand. This is what I want. I'm going for it. Period. End of discussion. So we have the introspection. We have the desiring, the looking, the seeking, the working things out. And then we have the going for it. So during this time, especially in our inner selves, we're going to feel conflicted, especially over what everybody is telling us. Okay, so I don't know if you do Chinese zodiacs, but a horse could be telling us this. I just got that very clearly from Spirit. I know there's this giant horse right here, but it's like, especially from what somebody is telling us or how somebody is bragging, and we're like, oh, okay, well, that's how I should be doing it. Like, that doesn't really sound like me. And then we start to turn inward, and it's like, oh, but this is who I am. This is what I want. This is what I desire. This becomes clear. And it moves us to the sun. It moves us to being radiant. And it might not be that we're radiant. It might not be that anybody understands why we're radiant. You know, it might be that people look at us and say, yeah, but you work at a shop. You're like, why are you radiant? Yeah, but you know, are going through such a hard time right now. Why are you radiant? And it's like, I'm radiant because I'm living my dream, because I'm happy. It might not be the exact way that I envisioned my dream, but I am happy with who I am. So yeah, I'm not the CEO of a company, but that CEO of a company might be absolutely miserable. I get to shine. You know, I get to shine. I get to move myself forward. And this becomes a stunning time. An absolutely stunning time. And this becomes a time where we start to see ourselves more clearly, with greater understanding, with greater insight, with greater passion. And this is a time that we should let ourselves shine, that we should let ourselves embrace our grace and our passion and our desire and what we want and what we need. So the sun shines in and we start to shine, and it's like, yes. Now, also note that people can take us by eyes when the sun is shining on us, when we have this beauty, when we have this success, when we have this prosperity. It moves us here to the Queen of Pentacles. It's like, hold on to your wealth, hold on to what you desire, hold on to the way that you're nurturing it, see it develop forward, see it move into something more, see it become more than what you realized. And all of a sudden, there's more here than we had thought of. This is a time of bounty, but this is also a time of creating that bounty, of moving things forward. This isn't necessarily, this can be one of the most trying times that we have, because there's so much insight. We're just not looking at the surface of things. We're hit rather hard by the opinions of others. And as we're hit by the opinions of others, we start looking inward. And when we look inward, it's not, I have to be perfect. It's like, what do I want to bring to the table? What do I have to bring to the table? We bring it to the table with ferocity, but there's a sense here of having a lot of questions as we do so. It can even lead to an existential crisis, or a sense that we have, not a sense, or a fact that we have been through one, really questioning everything, ripping everything down. We start to embrace our prosperity within our hearts. We start to look at what we love, what we desire, where it is that we want to be. And it's like, there is greatness here. I'm I'm reaching it, I'm understanding it. And it comes from the gift of the heart. It comes from a sense of really embracing what we love and what we desire. And that's when we start to see success come in. Now, it doesn't mean that we have to do what we love 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even when you do what you love, there are times where you get burnt out, where you get overwhelmed, where it's just like, I just can't do this anymore. So there's a sense of recharging here. There's also a sense of re-emboldening ourselves, looking at things with openness and honesty and creativity and greater insight and greater understanding. And it's like, this time does not play. This time is either for absolute intensity, or we feel like we're running away from our shadow. It's like we're running away from something we'll never be able to avoid. So there's this power here. And with the Ace of Cups, this Ace of Cups washes away so much of the hurt and the pain and the disappointment and the anger and the upset that we carry with us. And as it starts to wash it away, we start to see ourselves more clearly. But it also makes us more sensitive. It makes us a little bit insecure, which we can have a bunch of insecurities during this time because we're pushing ourselves so profoundly forward. And it leads us to really connecting with strength, to the strength of ourselves, to the strength of what we desire, to the strength of going against what the world says is strength. It's not brute force strength. It's going to be more compassion, more understanding, more of a greater insight. It's going to be where we really take our power from. Is going to be the strength of the heart, the soul, the self, and what we desire. The Six of Cups is a sense of nostalgia coming in. It can also be the past coming forward, words from the past, hurtful, hateful words that have defined our lives for just way too long. It can also be this sense of disappointment of, things didn't move forward the way that I thought it was going to be, or it can be living in the past because it was just nicer. It was just a nicer, quieter, calmer time, or not even quieter, a joyous time. But always remember, if we live in our past, we always live in pain because we'll never be able to embrace that past fully. We'll never be able to recreate it. So here, when we're looking at what we desire, when we're looking at what we love, when we're looking at what we want, we need to take the past out of it and say, where am I in this present? What do I stand for? What do I desire? Where is it that I want to be? And it moves us then to the Three of Wands, because in the public arena, all of a sudden, we're looking at new horizons. We're looking at new ways forward. It's not the old way we used to define ourselves. Now there's something more here. And it's like we're starting to see a glimpse of our ships coming in. We're starting to see a glimpse of things becoming more clear, things becoming more empowered and more emboldened. It's like, can I do this? And there's a part of us that thinks, no, I can't. But there's a bigger part of us that thinks, I have to try. I have to try to go after this. I have to try to look at this a different way. So all of a sudden, we're taking what once was like, set in stone, or what once was so fiercely like there. And all of a sudden, it's starting to change. It's starting to become more. We're starting to see this within ourselves. We're starting to see glimpses of a horizon that we deeply want to embrace. And then it moves us towards the Ten of Cups. It's like, if we dare to dream, we start to move towards what we love and what we want. We start to move towards, and they all live happily ever after. Now, this can take us a lifetime, and the Ten of Cups usually does take us a lifetime. But it's a completion of a cycle emotionally that we're moving towards during this time because we're looking at things differently. We're not held by the same restrictions that we were once. We're not, living in the same doubt and fear. And so the Ten of Cups starts to lead us towards the way that we want our world to be, the way that we love our world to be, the beauty and the excitement that we're opening ourselves up to. And it brings us to the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is like, okay, things have to be balanced. If I'm going to go for the gold, right? I can't be all wiggly wobbly. I need to be secure. So the Two of Pentacles is saying, stop trying to balance everything kind of half-assedly. And I hate to say that, and I do apologize, but that's what Spirit is saying. It's like, don't try to just kind of like get by. Stand firmly in yourself. Stand firmly in your energy, what we desire, where we want to be, and claim it. And then there starts to be this way that it isn't like I'm balancing everything. I'm trying to balance everything, and I'm forgetting to balance myself. It's like, okay, I'm balancing what I need to be, who I need to be, how I'm moving forward, what I am. And then you can add more to the plate, more of what is wanted financially, success-wise. This is about money, or what we value as much as money. This is about being noticed. This is about being recognized. But it's like, first I have to notice and recognize myself. It's not that I have to be perfect. I have to know what I want. And I also have to know where my really big triggers are, where my really big hurts are, my scars, my pains, my disappointment. I'm not coming at this saying, okay, I have to be perfect. I have to get everything right, and then I'll be able to do it. No, that's going to be the first way that we can get hit down, because we're going to think, I got this all figured out. And then somebody's going to come and sideswipe us with something that we hadn't seen, something that we hadn't thought of, something that we missaid once upon a time. And it's like, oh my goodness. So this is just saying, I know me. Warts and all, I know me. I got me. And so we're figuring out how to balance ourselves before we start balancing everything up. And sometimes we need to step back and say, okay, I need to step back. I need to claim what I want. I need to claim what I see. I need to understand who I am. And then I move forward, because there's a fierceness here, Pisces, that is just like intense, intense, intense. If you're born on the cusp with Aries, this comes out even more. This has so much to offer. You're not afraid to roll up your sleeves. You're not afraid to go after what it is that you want. There is a sense of passion, of fire, of drive. People might not get it. It might not be in the way that they're passionate, in the way that they're driven. It's the way that you are. And that's what matters. Okay? This is a sense of seeing what is needed to be done and going after it. This is a sense of heightened creativity. If you want to create something during this time, this is the time to lay down blueprints, okay? If not create fully yourself. Now, it can be that you become so focused on what you're creating. I'm just seeing like paint everywhere. So it can be that you're becoming so focused on what you create that like eating, sleeping, things like that become secondary. It's like, I don't even need to think about that. This is a highly creative, highly intense, highly powerful time. Use it. Absolutely use it, because we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the King of Wands. It's like, it's passion, it's power, it's brilliance, it's force. It makes things in the, I'm so excited. It makes things in the earthly plane that is like, yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here. I'm going after it, and I get success for it. And you start to see it. Now, it might take time to build that success. It might be that, like, after this time period, we kind of need to step back, take a nap, take care of ourselves, take a week off, something like that if we can, or just take time off, take the weekends, just kind of cocoon ourselves away and recharge. That's going to be so important, even during this time. If we can take a day and just take care of ourselves, just love ourselves, just be there. Just do things that recharge us. That's going to be so important. Or if we have, little kids to take care of, it's like, okay, I meditate in the morning. Make sure you wake up in time for that. But there's such power here. And it's just like, don't miss this. Don't miss this, because you'll regret it. Okay, so let's see what the spirit guide message is. Pisces, angels, and spirit guides. Show me clearly for Pisces. Yeah, it's love. It's creation through love, through passion, through power, through heart, through soul. It's like, I'm connected, and I know I'm connected. I'm connected, and I know what it is that I desire. And it might even be just this abstraction that we have, this like idea that comes forward. But it's like, if we run with it, it will be powerful. Okay. And then our spirit guide message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, spirit animal message. Guide this reading and show me clearly for Pisces, angels, and spirit guides. Yeah, the brown bear spirit, take time out. Take time out to connect. If we miss it, it might not be that we regret it. That's a bit harsh to say. But if we miss it, it's like we'll have to wait for another energy-packed time to come forward. And they're few and far between. So really take advantage. Take time out. Look at the seeds that we're planting over our hearts. See what we desire. Move that forward. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit animal message, which is the hawk spirit. Let spirit be your guide. Let spirit show you the way forward. Because spirit can see more clearly, can fly higher than we could ever imagine. Let spirit guide us. It'll be scary to say, I know you have this. I know you have this. Guide me forward. I know you have this. Let me embrace this road. But it will be so worth it. And then moves us to our subconscious spirit guide message, which is spiritual. This is a very spiritual time for us. This is a time where it feels like we're connected, where it feels like we're plugged in. okay? Or this could be a time where the walls that we have built around ourselves start falling down, which can make us feel very vulnerable and very overwhelmed. So just be aware of that. The subconscious chakra message is rebirth, the Earth Star chakra once again, connecting to our roots and being reborn, being transformed. We're not the same. We're going to learn how to fly. We're going to learn how to soar. And what happens first is that we fall and we fail and things get disappointing, but we are transforming. So that is astounding. The subconscious person message is a strength card. Now we have a positive strength and we have a negative strength. This cannot be forced. People will want to force it, especially if like you have deadlines in one way or another. This is going to be a time where you might see those deadlines not met. You might see yourself kind of pushing things out as much as you can because you need the energy to be right, and you also can't burn the candle at both ends. The subconscious tarot message is the Emperor, which is that Aries energy coming through, okay, March 21st to April 19th. But this is claiming the throne, power, power, power. Knowing what it is that is wanted, seeing what it is that is desired, and going after it fiercely, loyally, and just profoundly. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I'm so excited for you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we let the sun shine, as we take in this glory and this beautiful, beautiful connection. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces.